as you wish. So, why is it lost? Well, for one, I'm one of those kids back in the days whose comprehension sucked. And I'm one of those people who complains a lot about things that I don't understand and what the hell's going on when you're playing the game. So I guess Wizards agreed to that part wherein, oh yeah, this is a bit complicated, so let's just move along, move away, and it's lost eventually. So, you reached the end of the episode. Yay! Thank you. Well, you may or may not agree to it, but it's highly influenced by my experience from when I started playing Magic, and I guess the format that I played in. And you can put in or factor in that how I perceived or see Magic or Wizard on how they progresses throughout the years that I'm playing Magic. So yeah, that's basically it. So if you like the video, hit on like or hit on the like button. If you don't, comment down below and tell us why. Or just comment down below and tell us anything that you'd like to add or improve. So since we're still in this lockdown thing, I hope you guys stay safe, stay home, stay healthy, and